Hi guys, we will be looking at chance this week for maths. So this week is all about chance. The probability of an event is a number between 0 and 1 that indicates the chance of something happening. For example, the probability that the sun will come up tomorrow is 1. The probability that a fair coin will come up heads when tossed is 0.5, or we can think of that as 50-50 or 50%. While the probability of something being physically present in Adelaide and Brisbane at exactly the same time is 0. And another word we could use of to think of 0 is impossible. Another word we could use of to think of 1, the chance that the sun will come up tomorrow is certain. And like I said, for the heads toss, 0.5 could be 50-50. So these are some words that we'll be using this week: chance, experiment, outcome, random, trials, call, expected results, and actual results. So our first warm-up activity is to have a look at the chance words that we have here, and you need to order them on the number line on the next slide. You can either cut them out and stick them, or you can use the slides in the next on the next slide to order them. So let's have a look. We've got one end starting with no chance and the other one here starting with 100%. And if you want to put certain with 100% because you think they're the same thing, you just stack them underneath each other like that, but the other ones can go along the number line here. Just see how you go with the spacing of things. You might have to put a couple above if you need to as well. So that's our warm-up activity. Let's look at what we're doing today. I can distinguish between certain and uncertain events. So our activity for Monday is choose which phrase best suits these events to write next to each one. The event is certain, the event is impossible, and the event could happen. The first one has been done for you. So for the statement or the phrase, Alan wins a raffle in which he has no ticket. So he hasn't bought a ticket, but he wins the raffle. Is it certain that this event will happen? Impossible this event could happen? Or is it the event could happen? And for this one, I've written the event is impossible. So you need to read through the rest of them and then choose one of these phrases to write next to it. Same on here, you need to write whether the event is certain, the event is impossible, or the event could happen next to these phrases here. All right, I can perform repeated trials of a chance experiment and discuss the results. So for Tuesday's activity, we are going to flip a coin 20 times and see if it lands on heads or tails. So you'll need to get a coin for today's activities. Before we start flipping, let's predict what the results will be. So I predict that it will land 10 times on heads and 10 times on tails, or I predict it will land 15 times on tails and 5 times on heads. So just fill in the sentence there for what your prediction is. Then the next step 3 is to flip your coin 20 times, and step 4 is to record your results on the next slide here. And I've just written some instructions here for how you can do tally marks if you're working on directly into the slides. I know some people take a screenshot and then use a pen to write over the top, or some people just would prefer to do it on paper, but these are instructions if you would like to do tally marks straight into your table to record your results. It is important that we use tally marks if we can, but instead of numbers, just because that is an important part of data collection using tally marks. All right, so following up on our activity, was your prediction correct? Why or why not? If you did this experiment again, would the results be the same? Why or why not, do you think? All right, the next learning intention is the same as the other day. I can perform repeated trials of a chance experiment and discuss the results. So we're doing a maths investigation today. Pick up as many skills as you complete as you can. It is up to you how many you do. So the experiment is play scissors, paper, rock with a family member and use this experiment to demonstrate the following skills. So similar to the coin flip, you're going to do it 20 times and then record your results in a table, including what each person played. So rock, player A, rock, player B, paper. Record as a fraction how many times you played each option. For example, you might have chosen to do rock 7 times, paper 10, and scissors 3. So the fraction of that is 7 out of 20, 10 out of 20, and 3 out of 20. Create a graph to represent this information, identify which option gave the best chance of winning, and use this knowledge to compete against someone else and compare your results. So not too many things that you need to do there for that investigation, but see how many you can get done. And if you have any photos of your activities, you can put them onto the slides here. Then Thursday, you've got a couple of Enrichmatics websites, a game. The game is actually quite fun, so you might want to click that one. It's called the Probability Fair. The other one you can do is make a chatterbox. I know a lot of people like making a chatterbox. And chatterbox is all about chance because, you know, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then they pick something. So what is the chance of getting the color or the number that you have on your chatterbox? And the other one, which sounds pretty yummy if you have something like this to do, is you can use a packet of Skittles, Smarties, M&Ms, lollies, whatever you have really that is a packet of something that is yummy, and also different colors or different options of things. And you're going to pick out one at a time and record your findings with tally marks. So you're going to record how many times you picked out a red, how many times you picked out a blue, how many times you picked out an orange, etc. And enjoy eating them, of course, as well. So any photos that you have of your Thursday activities, you can put on the slides here. But as always, you can put any photos or complete any of your work in your completed work document as well. Good luck with your activities, and we can't wait to see you back in the classroom.